This is my seminar on mental health, physical disabilities, and/or mental disabilities in the TV and film industry, specifically the movie Me, Myself, and Irene, starring Jim Carrey. In real life, mental illnesses show up differently in everybody. The media does not represent the complexity of mental illness in general. There's a sense that's just a one name fits everybody or one title that fits everybody. As said by Nikki Martz, a 46-year-old woman with bipolar disorder. As of my media seminar, I chose to focus on the portrayal of people with mental illnesses and physical disabilities in film and television. Although the film and television industry have improved with their portrayal of people with mental illnesses and/or disabilities, they still have to change their minds regarding all being the same through their portrayal of people with mental illnesses all being childish, violent, and non-recoverable. The media's wrongful portrayal of people with mental illness and/or disabilities in the film and television industry can be represented through the movie Me, Myself, and Irene by Bobby and Peter Farrelly. Me, Myself, and Irene is about a veterinarian of the road police force who goes by the name of Charlie Bailey Gates. Charlie is hardworking and a devoted father to his children, but yet the split personality disorder. This movie portrays people with mental illnesses as violent and different looking as well as non-recoverable. This message is created by how the movie poster is designed for the movie and how the character's personalities and reactions change when he enters his second personality of Hank. The movie poster helped create this message as the face is split in half and on one side, assumably his normal self, is smiling, and then the other side, which would be his second personality, the face looks different and a bit weird to show that having a mental illness makes you look weird. The creative techniques used to attract my attention on the first look are the words and pictures used on the movie poster. The words on the movie poster, from gentle to mental, catch my attention at the first look as the words represent the person changing throughout the movie. In the way the words were used, it shows that in the scenario they were used, mental means the complete opposite of gentle, meaning the person became aggressive, and that attracts the attention of the viewers as they become interested in knowing why the character later on becomes aggressive. The pictures on the movie poster also allow the viewer to look at it and attract their attention as it shows a person but looking different on each side, so it causes them to wonder why the face changes and wants to watch the movie to find out. Depending on the different life experiences of different people, they might react to the movie and the movie poster itself differently. Personally, since I've never known anyone with a mental illness personally, it's more likely for someone like me to take it in the way that it's portrayed and to not think deeply about the topic and how the person creating the film has wrongfully portrayed how people with mental illnesses react. This portrayal is not close to what I have heard about people with mental illnesses and/or disabilities from friends who have a family with those type of conditions, as they describe the family member as hurt and sad about having the certain condition, since it makes it harder for them to do tasks in their daily lives. Through this specific type of media text, the audience watching it will take in the fact that people with mental illness, a split personality disorder to be specific, are violent when they enter their second personality. The audience would understand this specific message as throughout the movie it is shown that when Charlie enters his second personality of Hank, he becomes violent and aggressive. There are many other interpretations of this movie, and some of them could be that people with mental illness are crazy and should be kept in containment, that they are aggressive, and some people could be mad at the fact that they are so wrongfully portrayed. However, these interpretations could only be understood by online reviews of the movie. Other viewpoints of this movie are just as valid as mine, as every individual's viewpoint is based on their experience with this topic and how much they know about mental illnesses in general. Now, the many different types of lifestyles, values, and points of view can be omitted from this message. Through the main character of Charlie Bailey Gates, many behaviors can be omitted, such as loving, aggressive, and devoted. The reader is invited to identify as one of the many bystanders of Charlie's split personality, as the reader watches but cannot do anything to help Charlie. The ideas that are being sold to us through this message are that people with any type of mental illness, specifically split personality disorder in this case, cannot be treated and their second personality is always aggressive. This idea is inaccurate, as though a post by the New York Post site critics state that most sufferers with a multiple personality disorder are nonviolent and can control their symptoms with medication, which shows that even though the character of Charlie loses his medication before getting the split personality disorder, he could have got other medication to fix it. Through the movie, the judgments are being based on how we treat people are that, in some cases, people of a town can abuse someone using their words or actions to such a level that can ruin their mental health and can lead them to being depressed, as shown through the character of Charlie Bailey Gates. The overall worldview of the message of the movie leads to the fact that, due to Charlie being abused by the people in his town, it led him to have an aggressive double personality. The last question I'll answer is relevant to why the message is being sent. The director is in control of the creation and transmission of the message. The director is in control as the director is the one who creates the script and plans out what character is going to do what. They're sending the message about people with mental illnesses not being able to do what they want to because they want to make their movie more interested and exaggerate the real lives of people with mental illnesses and or disabilities. They're sending it to the audience who watch the movie as it's being told that many people take things said in movies as the truth and believe it. Through this message, it's being told that people with mental illnesses, split personality disorder to be specific, stars looking different, are violent and can't recover. The cast of the movie makes a profit out of sending this message and releasing the movie, as whenever someone goes to watch the movie, they make some of the money from each ticket. The decisions that may have influenced the decision on what the movie script should look like is what more people would go out to watch. The director most likely decided to show the main character who has a mental illness as aggressive, as it would make the movie more interested and more of a thriller. But on the other hand, if they were to make the movie more realistic, they might have the fear that people would think it's boring and not go out to see it, and they wouldn't make any money. Although Me, Myself, and Aren can be a great movie for entertainment purposes, it's not a good source for information about mental illness and relates to themes surrounding the television and film industry, portraying all people with mental illness through how many people with mental illness portray them as childish, violent, and non-recoverable. However, that isn't always the case. To conclude my seminar, Me, Myself, and Aren is a clear example of how the television film industry represents all people with mental illness with the same group of characteristics, and through this film, they use the two characteristics of violent and non-recoverable, as they show Charlie's second personality of Hank as being violent. However, not all people with double personalities are violent, and due to many films representing a person with split personality disorder setting personality being violent, many people think every person has the same characteristics when it's not like that, as well as being non-recoverable, but the disorder can be fixed with medicine. Even though the film and television industry has changed their portrayal of those with mental illnesses in movies, they still need to do better because even today, many people believe that mental illnesses are the same as shown in movies and have the same characteristics due to their portraying of people with mental illnesses being childish, violent, and non-recoverable, when all cases are different and there's not one title that fits all. The film and television industry can do a much better job portraying those with mental illnesses and the pain and suffering they go through to change how people view them and allow them to be more accepted in the neighborhoods in the world we live in. Thank you.